This week is a big week for Microsoft Flight Simulator. We've got World Update 4, we're going to look at that in this video right now and do a bit of before and after comparisons. There's also an announcement for World Update 5, which we get to further into the video, and a few announcements for some new planes. Before we get to that though, let's take a look at these before and after comparisons. So World Update 4 brings a whole bunch of overhauls to France, Netherlands, Belgium and Luxembourg. This includes a whole load of terrain improvements and also around about 100 points of interest. Now that's obviously far too many to look at in this video, so we're going to have a look at just a few. This then is Vislay Abbey in France, as it existed previously before the current update. You can see there was no model there at all. That's now completely changed, and here we are with the World Update 4 on approach. Brief flyover just to give you a feel for the environment, and then a closer look at the Abbey itself. Vastly improved now, an entire new model, and let's take a quick side-by-side comparison. Really no comparison, is there? Much better. Now France, of course, as well as Belgium and all the other areas, have many churches and other type of old ancient buildings like this, so it makes sense that many of the new POIs focus on these type of structures. However, the new points of interest are far from all of those, and one area I was especially looking forward to checking out was the Bay of Somme. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have changed in the live update. Now, this might just be something having gone wrong with my particular setup, but we'll have a look at the settings in a minute. I do have the World Update 4 enabled and downloaded. This is how it should look according to the trailer, but this is how it's looking in my live version of World Update 4 on the PC. And you can see it's the same location I've marked out there, just from a different angle. Now, I did have World Update 4 enabled at this particular moment, and here are the graphical settings, pretty much everything to high, and I do have World Data enabled, so not quite sure what's going on here, and I haven't as yet checked out more of the points of interest to see if there's a problem elsewhere. Now here is a very special location. This is the Pic du Midi Observatory in the French Pyrenees, and just look at the improvement right there. Now this was a POI that really did impress me, both for its amazing levels of detail and also because of this stunning location. In the end, I just couldn't resist taking the showcase cam to have a bit of a run around the observatory on foot, or effectively on foot. Of course, it takes a little bit of camera work so you don't clip through the scenery, but to all intents and purposes, you can get up very close to pretty much anywhere in a Microsoft Flight Simulator. And quite often, the environments hold up very well to close inspection. Yes, it's a flight sim, but with these types of points of interest, why not take full advantage of having a good look around? Now, points of interest are not the only things that were updated in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Of course, new photogrammetry cities are also a thing. So this means Paris has had a massive update with some photogrammetry tech in here, as well as it's having its POIs such as the Eiffel Tower and the Arc de Triomphe updated. So all in all, World Update 4 is a very nice update, well worth checking out. And of course, as with the other updates, it's free and you can install it from the in-game marketplace. And that's not the only news for this week. We've also got a couple of other announcements. One of these is the details for World Update 5. And this is going to cover the Nordics. Still very early days for all of this so far, so there's not a lot to show, but the Nordics cover Denmark, Sweden, Norway, Finland and Iceland. Here's a few of the very early stages of the POIs that will be able to be seen. No word just yet on exactly how many new points of interest are going to be added, but I highly expect it will be quite a significant number. Of course, the terrain is also going to be improved, and this is something I'm particularly looking forward to, as it's a very special area out here, a lot of mountainous regions. So having that all updated with a finer digital elevation map, better DEMS, is going to be a nice thing to see indeed. There will also be the addition of some high detailed airports around this way, and of course some new photogrammetry cities, although Asobo were reluctant as yet to reveal which cities are going to get updated. So as if world updates are not enough, we've got two announcements for brand new planes that will be coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator. The first is an ultralight, the other is a somewhat bigger plane. We'll get to that in just a moment. Both of these will be chargeable. The ultralight is going to be $9.99, at least that's the estimated retail price at the moment. No word just yet, I don't think, on the price for the other plane. Now, the ultralight is quite a step away from everything Microsoft and Asobo have released so far, so it should be interesting, I guess, to say the least. I'm quite intrigued to try this one out for myself. The second plane announcement is the ATR 42600 and the 72600. Now, this one is being worked on by the same developer who worked on the recent release of the CRJ from Aerosoft. That's Hans Hartmann, a highly respected developer who has worked on many high-quality planes. For now, Asobo are only showing still images for the model of this plane, but already we can see it's had a very good standard. So in terms of release dates for both of these planes, the ultralight, the top rudder that we spoke about just now, is releasing on the 27th of April. Estimated price again for that is $9.99. The ATR, unfortunately, is a fair distance off and likely won't be releasing until 2022. So that brings us to the end of this video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.